Okay. So basically, I will have three recordings now. Let's see. Okay. So hibernate. Now hibernate. Hibernate is a good one. Okay. Now what is hibernate? So now you can see like in JDBC what we are doing. We are doing query. And suppose you don't know query. Okay, database is a different language, and you are saying that I don't want to study the query. I don't want to write the query. Okay, I don't need. I am a Java developer. I know object and classes. Okay, so I don't want to do that. Plus, uh, in JDBC you have to create table. Okay, in database you have to go and then you have to create the table. Then you can do the work. But that is also not a good thing. So you are saying third thing. Let me tell you third thing before that. Let me write. Driver and this. Okay, like for MySQL driver, you will have. Okay, now in JDBC, when you were doing the things with JDBC directly, what you were doing? You were directly communicating with JDBC, and for that you have to write query. Now you are saying that I don't want to write query. Okay, I don't want to work with query. Give me 1 minute. Okay. Hmm. Okay. So in JDBC, you have to create the table. Okay, you have to go in your workbench and then you have to create the table, then you have to write the query. Third disadvantage is like if you are sending the request, like you are saying, I want a username for a person who is having ID number 3. So he will see the query and he will go in the database and he will search for that person and he will send it to you. Okay. Again, suppose you are searching for the same person too. Now he will again hit the database and he will get the person. Suppose 3 times. Suppose 100 times you are having a same request. So 100 times for same request, he is hitting the database, which is not a good idea. Okay. So that's why Hibernate is saying here why you are hitting the database again and again for a same request. You can use me. I have a session memory. Okay, where I will store the information. Okay, once I will hit the database and then I will store that information too. Okay, so Hibernate give you a lot of features. Okay, so you can use it. Now see, what you will do. Now you will, first of all, you will connect your JDBC with database. That is important. You will always do that. Then you will connect your Hibernate with JDBC. And you will send the information to Hibernate. Now Hibernate will convert that information into query and he will send it to JDBC. Now JDBC will go inside the database, hit it, add it. He will add it in session factory. Oh, sorry. Uh, Session memory. Okay, then he will send it to you. And again, if you are hitting the same request, then he will pick from here. Okay, he will not talk to JDBC. He will pick from here and he will give to you. Okay, so these are the things which you can do. Okay, and we will do this also. Okay, now let's do this.
Is Hibernate is for only this for the same request?
Like same request means
Like if we are asking a same request again and again, only we can use
so
a Hibernate.
he will not hit the database again and again. You will use Hibernate only. Okay, I'm not saying only Hibernate, but yeah, it provides you a lot of features. This is just an advantage, one of the advantages which I'm telling you. Okay, there are a lot of advantages. You are using oops. Okay, in Hibernate, object relational mapping, HQL. Okay, and there are a lot of things. When you will see, then you will learn.
Okay.
It works like a cache.
Cache
for
memory,
broker.
cache memory. This is called a cache memory. Okay, means when you are hitting the database and you are sending that I need a person one. Okay, ID number one. I need Rahul, whose ID number is one. So he will hit the database first time, and then he will send it to you. Plus, he will add in a cache memory. He is having a cache memory. Okay, and when you want that again, you are hitting the same request. I need a Ram or Rahul, ID number one. So he will check in a cache memory first of all, whether the person is present in the cache or not. If he is present in cache, he will not hit the database, and he will give it from here only. Okay, which your JDBC don't do. Okay, he will hit your database again and again for multiple requests. Okay, so these are the advantage and disadvantage. Now let's see the practical thing.
And where is this memory located? The cache memory or the Hibernate? Is it on Java side or on the database side?
No, in Hibernate side. Okay, Hibernate. Yeah.
Is it a separate software or
Framework.
Inbuilt. See, basically, it's like a small database. Okay, small memory type. When you will deploy your code on any server, it have unique cost for that also. Okay, that's why people sometimes use cache memory, sometimes they don't. If there is too much necessary, then only people use the cache memory because it have their own cost. Okay, because you are
own
using
host in the sense it has its own process, like how
Yeah.
Java is the process?
Okay, like when you will deploy your code, you will not take your MySQL or something like that. You will deploy on now AWS. In AWS, pay for every database, for every information. Like this only for cache also he will pay. Okay, like it's in your PC only, don't worry. Okay, in simple words.
So what is ORM?
Object relational mapping, which is
Okay.
Hibernate. You can say hibernating. ORM.
Hibernating is object relation mapping.
Object relation mapping, because you will work as a object now. Okay, you will work with objects in Hibernate. You will not write query or anything.
So the code itself is part of Java or
Yeah, Java.
See,
Okay,
this
let's
is a framework. How we are using the collections framework. This is like that only we can use the Hibernate, right, Rajesh?
1 second. Yeah, one
It is also framework like a collection. Collection, how we are using?
API. Okay, collection we are using that is the predefined class, no? Which is present in Java only, Java util only. Okay, but your JDBC will be present in your
Oh, okay. Got it.
Okay, now let's see how things work. Okay. Now let me create one project. Okay, so this will be your Maven project again. Okay, you can use quick start. Okay, one of you are getting confused in quick start also. Okay, so you have to choose internal and quick start. Next, give the name ORM or anything. ORM. Okay, I don't have ORM. Okay, finish. Okay, I have a ORM.
So you Spring
So
ORM.
ORM 223. Okay, it will take all amount of time.
So now onwards we have to create all Maven projects, right?
Yes, because you will work with the dependencies. So
Okay.
it is easy.
And Hibernate is also a kind of framework,
Huh?
isn't it? It's
What?
also a framework, right? Hibernate is also a framework.
A Hibernate is also a framework. Okay, API or framework you can say.
Okay, yeah.
Now, actually, framework is your Spring. Okay, Spring is a framework. This is your API. Okay, application programming interface. So normal. Okay, you are using the predefined classes and you are using it.
So Spring is a framework and Hibernate is API.
Oh, yes. Many people say hibernate framework also as a framework. I have to see.
No,
Let's
because
see. Let's see.
yeah, I've studied a little bit of Hibernate, but in that they used to say Hibernate is also a framework. So that's why I'm asking, because I'm getting confused.
Framework.
So
Yes.
am I right or am I confused? Am I getting confused? Hibernate is a API or a framework?
Both. See,
It's both?
some people say what is Hibernate API? Hibernate API. Okay, some people say Hibernate framework. So both are correct, no problem. Okay, see
Okay.
Hibernate API documentation. Okay.
Okay.
When you will work with SQL, then it will come in your API.
Okay. Cool.
Okay, now. So So now first step again. In this also first step will be your adding the dependency. Okay. So there are two dependencies. One is your Hibernate dependency. Second is your MySQL connector. Okay, so we have to add the dependency those are so that we can have a predefined classes. Okay, so let's go to Google. Let me write MySQL connector. And let me add it. Copy, paste, and Hibernate also. Hibernate. So two dependencies are done. Okay, now we will have a predefined classes for them. So JUnit, Hibernate, and MySQL connector. Okay, all the dependencies are done. First step is completed. Now we need the configuration. Okay, we have to connect with our database. We have to connect with our database. Okay. So JDBC will be connected at our database. Okay, so basically see, there are two options. You can use XML also, you can use without XML also. Okay, but with XML, you will with XML is easy. Okay, you will understand better. You can use XML file also, which is also a good one. So let's create the XML file first of all. So you will go over here because over there only you will use configuration. You will give the configuration. Although without that also you can use it, but try to use it. So you can say XML. XML.
Rajesh, I have small doubt here. Like
Mhm.
we didn't create a dependency for the JDBC here, right? In
No.
ORM.
JDBC will come in MySQL connector only, don't worry. Okay, because JDBC will come in MySQL connector only, but Hibernate is a different thing. Okay, that's why we are having Hibernate different event. Okay, we need a Hibernate different event.
But we did JDBC and SQL connection in a JDBC class,
No,
right?
no, only MySQL.
We created JDBC also, I think.
I have deleted, otherwise I have shown you. No, we don't have the dependency for JDBC.
Oh, okay.
Okay, if I am having, I don't have. Okay, in Spring JDBC you will have that, but in normal JDBC, no. Okay, only MySQL connector is enough. Okay, in that only you will, because if you remember, we were importing only SQL.1 dependencies package. If you remember.
Yeah,
Getting it?
yeah.
Only SQL1, no? This one, let me show you also.
Yeah, we searched for the JDBC connection, but we got
Basically, we only require predefined classes of MySQL connector. Okay. JDBC don't have the predefined class. Okay, that is a topic. Like if you will say connection. Okay, CONNECTION. See, java.sql. It is present in java.sql. Okay, same for statement, same for everything. So that's why we are only using MySQL now. MySQL connector, because in that only you will get all the predefined classes, no for the extra. But in Hibernate, you need the classes, predefined classes, which are present in that your Hibernate. Okay, I will tell you that.
Yeah, got it, Rajesh. Thank you so much.
So now we require XML. So we will say others XML. We will work with XML file. Next. Okay, now give any name like configuration config. Next, finish. Okay, so this is your XML file. Okay, if you get like this, okay, just switch to source. Okay, now you want to work with Hibernate. So what you require, second step is your first one is your dependency, second is your go to Google, write Hibernate, HIBER, Nate, MAHIBERNATE, DTD. This you have to write. Okay, you can copy from the Hibernate website also or GitHub also. Okay, just you require them this doc type. You require the doc type, this one. Okay, without doc type, you will not get the configuration of Hibernate. So you require doc type. Okay, so you can copy this. No need to learn. Paste the doc type. That's all what you have to do. Okay, it will import all the configuration from your Hibernate original website. See www.hibernate.org. Okay. Okay. Second step was this. Okay. Copy the BTD and paste it over here. Now you have to do the configuration. See, now let me tell you one more thing. Okay. Now, so let me open my pen. So basically, if you want to work with Hibernate, you will have one thing. You need an object of session factory. Basically, session. Okay, you require the session. Okay, session. Session. This is a predefined class, or you can say interface. Okay, which is required if you want to do anything. Okay, but now session is an interface, so we cannot get the object of interface. So what we require a session factory. Okay, session factory. Here is the important thing, session factory. Now in session factory, basically there are three things required. First is your data source. Data source means connecting your JDBC with the database. Connecting your JDBC with the database. So in this, you will require URL, username, password, and driver. Okay, next is your Hibernate properties. It means Hibernate will give you some important properties which you can use. Okay, people use it. Okay, Hibernate is saying, yeah, I will give you some advantage, use it. Like no need to create the table. Hibernate will create table for you. Okay, so that you can do. Okay, which is called DDL.auto. Second, he will say that what you have to do, you have to give me the object. Hibernate is saying you don't have to do anything. Okay, don't do anything. Just give me the object which you want to save. Suppose you need to save the object of student. Okay, student is a class. Okay, you want to save the object of student. Okay, so what you will do, you will give me that object and I will convert it into query and I will save it. Okay, so if you want to see that query, you can see it. I think that it is confusing you, correct? Are you getting it or you are getting confused?
So a bit getting it, a bit getting over ahead.
Oh,
Can you please repeat the current one?
leave. Let's do this. First of all, let me write the code, then you will understand. So first of all, you have to read the configuration. So over here we are having annotation called hibernate configuration. Okay, now we will do the configuration. So in this, you will have one annotation called session factory. Okay, session factory. In session factory, you will give the things, main things. Okay, first thing, property. Property. First property which you will set is connection dot URL. Correct? You will give the URL. What is your URL? JDBC : MySQL : localhost / I don't remember the database, so you will see that. Second property, connection dot username, which is your root. Third property, password. Password. Fourth is your driver. Connection dot driver. So driver is your com.cj.jdbc com.my.cj.jdbc.driver. Okay, now these are the basic 4 properties. Correct? And over here you will have driver class. Okay. Now fourth is your property. Okay, this is called an extra property. Okay, like which is given by your hibernate. Okay, so first of all, you will set hbm dot hbm to ddl dot auto. It means, I will tell you. First of all, let me update. Second is property show SQL. Third is dialect. DIALEPP. Okay, over here you will set the dialect of MySQL. Okay. So what you will do, you will come to the class, you will say Control+Shift+T. Okay, over here you will write MySQL, the version of MySQL basically. MySQL. This one. Okay, you can choose any of them. 77. Copy the package name. Come over here. Paste it dot class name. Okay, so this is your dialect. Database, you can use any of them. Suppose demo. I'm using demo only. Okay. Now over here we will have one more annotation, which I will tell you. Okay, there are 3 properties already. Now see the properties. URL. These are the 4 properties if you want to connect your JDBC with the database. Correct? No problem, no doubt in this 4 properties. If anybody have not, tell me, no problem. Okay, just tell me. No doubt in these 4 properties. Okay. Now these are the properties of your hibernate. Okay. First is your hbm2ddl.auto. Means he will create the table for you. Basically, we have 2 things: create and update. Create and update. If you will write create means when you will run the application, he will go inside the database and he will check that the table is present or not. The table you want to work with is present or not. If the table is present, he will drop the table. He will delete the table and he will create a new table and he will write the information in that table. Update means if the table is present, then he will not delete the table. Instead of that, he will write in that table only. And if the table is not present, he will create it for you. Okay, this is your update. So majorly people use update only. Okay, show SQL. Show SQL means now what you are doing. What you are doing. Suppose Control Z. Okay, now what you are doing, you will send object. You will send one object and this information will be written to hibernate. Now hibernate will extract that object and he will send the query to JDBC because JDBC can only read query. JDBC can only read query. Get it? Only query, no object query. So the hibernate will create query for you and he will send it to JDBC. Now, if you want to see that query, okay, but query hibernate is sending to JDBC, then you have to write this annotation. So show SQL. Okay. Third is your dialect. Dialect means if you want to tell him that which MySQL dialect you are working with. Okay, so you are saying that MySQL 57 dialect is my dialect. Okay, although if you will not write this property, no problem. Okay, so these are the properties which I have told you. Any doubt in these properties? Anyone? Anyone have a doubt? No doubt?
So can you go to the app.java, please?
Over here, yes.
Yeah.
So I'm telling you one more thing. How will you find the dialect? Control plus Shift plus T for tiger. T. You will open this, open type. Okay, over here, if you will write anything, not anything. Okay, predefined class also, like anything. Okay, collection. He will give you all the predefined classes. Okay, all the predefined classes with the name collection. Okay, so this is your search panel. Okay, if you want to search any predefined class, so we have MySQL dialect. So you will copy this. Okay, first of all, you will tell the package name, then dot class name. No doubt, guys.
You was doing some copy paste over here for the package import. I was just confused in that.
Yeah, this I will see. Control plus Shift plus T. Write MySQL.
Yeah.
Over here, you will get the dialect. Open it. Copy the package name. You are giving the full path basically. You are giving the full path of this class. How you will give the full path of any class? First of all, you will tell the which package. Then you will tell the class. So that's only what you are doing. You are saying the package. This is your package. Dot class. So this is the full path of your dialect.
We have to write in control plus shift. We got the search bar. We have to write
Control plus Shift plus T. T for tiger. Then you
T,
will open
okay.
this. Okay, this panel.
Yeah.
Over here, you will write
Yeah.
MySQL. Okay, and it will automatically show your all the dialects.
Okay, dialects. Okay.
Okay, so we
Yes.
will do this again. Don't worry, we don't have a time right now. Hibernate is little
Okay.
long. Okay, it will take time. But hibernate is one of the most important topics in your whole Java career. Okay, hibernate is
Yeah.
one of the most important topics. So we'll do this. Okay, anyone have a confusion in this configuration till now, which I have explained you? One more day and then
It's
you will.
just it's
No
hard to
problem.
remember everything, but it's easy, not
Yeah, it's
difficult.
see, it is easy. When you will understand the thing, it is easy. When you will cramp the thing, okay, when you will not do that thing, then it will not be that hard. Okay, don't remember the thing, just remember the steps.
Okay.
Okay, okay, just try to understand the thing. I will teach you lot of things. Hibernate, first of all, JDBC. That will also do same thing. Hibernate will also do same thing. Then we will have Spring JDBC, same thing. Spring Hibernate, same thing. JPA, same thing. What is the difference? Your code will get reduced and your advanced feature, like advantage, will be increased. Okay, code will be reduced, advantage will be increased. You will get lot of new features. Okay, when you will learn Spring JDBC, more advantage, less code. Spring Hibernate,
Yeah.
less code, more advantage. JPA, very less amount of code and lot of advantages. Okay, so
Yeah.
just you should have all the knowledge. I'm telling you whole basic thing. Okay,
Mhm.
everything.